Number 1. Brandon Lawson. On August 8, 2013, the evening a person named Brandon Lawson disappeared under conditions that still mystify both detectives and the public to this day. It all started after Brandon had a major disagreement with his longtime partner, Ledessa Lofton. Sensing the need for distance and an opportunity to calm down, he chose to depart the house and phoned his father to see if he could motor 3 hours to stay over at his home, something his father attempted to dissuade him from given how late it was. But Brandon, resolved to get away, departed from his San Angelo residence at 11:54 p.m., going toward Crowley, Texas. Approximately 40 miles into the journey, his vehicle ran out of gas, and he had to stop along a lonely portion of Highway 277 near Bronte, Texas, after which he called his brother Kyle for assistance. When Kyle showed up soon after, Brandon was not at the location, and despite combing the vicinity carefully, there was no sign of him at all. It was not until the following day that the family found out something scary. Just seconds after talking with Kyle, Brandon made a 911 call, one that would later be pivotal to one of the most unsettling missing individuals cases in recent history. In that communication, which you can listen to now.
911 emergency.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. The Saper just pushed some guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one car here. Got chased to the woods. Please hurry.
Okay, now run that by me.
I'm not talking to him. I actually ran into him.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
Got the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance?
Yeah, no, I need the cops.
Okay. Is anybody hurt? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Brandon seems alarmed, confused, and obviously scared, making disjointed comments that appear to imply he is being pursued or observed, stating things like, "Yes, I'm in the middle of a field," with the call dropping in and out, leaving more mysteries than solutions. Through the years, the recording has sparked numerous theories, arguments, and conjectures online. Still, to this day, there is no certain explanation about what occurred that evening. What makes this situation particularly disturbing is that police, at first, hesitated to treat it seriously. Because of pending warrants Brandon had then, officers presumed he had willingly vanished to evade arrest and did not focus on the case, anticipating him to reappear later. But he never returned. His relatives, however, strongly believe that Brandon would not desert his 4 kids, and they have constantly denied the notion that he ran away intentionally. To some, the absence of urgency in the official response seemed like the case was silently put aside, and that feeling of inattention only intensified the puzzle. Hearing the despair in Brandon's tone during that 911 communication, it becomes terribly obvious that he thought he was in peril, and what makes it more disturbing is the powerful feeling that he was not alone during that last communication. Being marooned in the center of nowhere in the deep of night, only 40 miles from his house, with terror entering his every phrase, it makes you ponder not just what transpired, but how a thing like this could remain unsolved for so long, with no firm solutions and no resolution for the folks who knew and cared for him. Number 2. Couple drowns. This following clip brings us back to a very sad video that was posted to YouTube in 2013 with the title, "Couple Drowns in Front of Camera." The clip runs about 7 minutes and records what was meant to be a calm and happy time between a young pair, 22-year-old Mohammed Dian and his new wife, during their 1-year honeymoon, enjoyed near a still pond in the Bani Matar area, just south of Sana'a, Yemen. The video itself was shot by Mohammed using his mobile, which he cautiously set on a close rock to film a seemingly harmless and loving scene of the couple hugging. For the initial section of the clip, everything seems to be progressing quite well as the pair smiles, chuckles, and appreciates each other's presence in the serene setting of the outdoors. However, that time of peace is rapidly broken when Mohammed unexpectedly seems to fall. And in a frantic try to rescue himself, he grabs for his wife to cling to her. Just moments later, she also is dragged into the liquid. What comes next is one of the most agonizing scenes conceivable as the pair struggles, flails, and yells out, trying to get their way back to the bank. Despite their tries, fear takes over, and after a minute of complete turmoil, both people finally go under and are not visible on camera for the rest of the video. What makes this more heartbreaking is the realization that if Muhammad had not instinctively grabbed his wife in fear, she could have been able to escape. Or, if one of them had understood how to swim or stayed calm under duress, the result might have been totally different. This clip is a scary reminder of how simply a peaceful time can devolve into permanent tragedy and underscores the vital importance of water security. Regardless of how placid a body of water may seem, be it a lake, a pond, a river, or a shallow stream, correct precautions and the capacity to swim are not elective luxuries but essential abilities that could mean the difference between existence and death in a sudden moment of emergency. Number 3. Montgomery Doorbell Mystery. But there are additional puzzles hiding in the dark, like this one recorded back in August. A weird and disturbing incident took the web by storm after odd video surfaced from the wee morning hours of August 24th. As per a Facebook entry, at precisely 3:20 a.m., an inhabitant in the Sunrise Ranch subdivision of Montgomery, Texas, was abruptly woken by the constant ringing of their doorbell. After examining their home surveillance video, they were stunned by what they viewed and promptly called the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, who have now started an official inquiry into the unsettling event. The security clip, recorded by the resident's doorbell device, displays a female showing up at the doorstep, shoeless and dressed in only a t-shirt, clearly upset with what appeared like shackles or bindings dangling from her wrists, a view that would frighten anyone, let alone a person seeing it in the dead of night. As one resident explained it, "We were sound asleep in our beds. My partner was awakened by the chime. It chimed likely 20 to 30 times, which depicts a frightening image of the fear and despair that this unidentified female must have been feeling." After the video was posted online, it circulated rapidly and created widespread concern and conjecture, particularly since the female appeared to disappear without a sign. Nobody could find or name her in the hours and days that came after, causing local officials and neighborhood members to begin an immediate search mission. The puzzle concerning who she was and what had transpired to her intensified even more when, on August 29th, only 5 days after, another unsettling incident happened in the same vicinity. A person named Dennis Collins was discovered dead in a seeming suicide. In a message he left behind, he affirmed that the unknown female in the clip was indeed his partner.
Today I can tell you on August the 28th at approximately 11 a.m., the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to a welfare check in the 18,400 block of Sunrise Ranch, Sunrise Pines, here in the Sunrise Ranch subdivision. Deputies received information that a male had made suicidal threats and comments. When deputies arrived on the scene, they were unable to get an answer at the door. At that time, they forced entry into the residence. Searching the residence, deputies found a 49-year-old white male deceased. The preliminary cause of death at this time is a single gunshot wound, believed self-inflicted. The decedent's girlfriend, a 32-year-old white female who was not on scene when deputies arrived, is confirmed to be the female in the doorbell video that has been circulating around on the internet. Due to the female's status as a family violence victim, the female's identity cannot be released at this time. We can confirm that the female is safe and she is with family at this time.
According to an official declaration from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, the female was a casualty of domestic abuse. On the evening she chimed the doorbells, she was fleeing for her life and in immense terror for her security. Luckily, she was subsequently found secure and is currently working with police as they proceed with their inquiry into the incidents that happened. This situation, as stunning as it is, acts as a sharp notice that instances of domestic violence can develop quietly, even right next door, and that peril can occasionally show itself in the most surprising of fashions. In this instance, in the shape of a frightened female frantically chiming doorbells in the deep of night, merely wishing that somebody would answer the door. Number 4. Anxiety War. But what I am even more interested about is what you will think of this next clip, recorded by the channel Anxiety War, a YouTube profile I have personally followed for ages. And if you are acquainted with it, then you previously know why it makes such a memorable impression. The channel was managed by a person named Zach, a vigilante-type content producer who devoted his time to revealing internet child predators. His technique was extreme. He would act as a minor online, earn the confidence of alleged predators, and then face them on video. It was not just amusement, it was genuine, unedited, and resulted in real arrests. 7 individuals ended up in jail due to Zach's work. But that achievement arrived at a price. Zach was taken to court by 2 of the individuals he revealed. Officers started examining his activities, and YouTube clamped down, making him to shift his clips off-site for a time. Now, if you go to his channel, you will see the material has made a total 180. The previous encounters are largely gone, besides for one remaining clip that displays precisely what Anxiety War once was.
I could write a book about all the lies and misconceptions that you hear in the media and in the comment section. Or I can encapsulate that all just by sharing one experience I had recently. And that was, someone said that I had become overweight. I've never really been too much in depth with this guy, but I think my experiences with him, what he has done, should be highlighted, unlike some of the other people that I've confronted, because this guy was the most bizarre predator I've seen, and it was really crazy. I think everyone should see what all this guy has done, and I wanted to emphasize a point that I made in my previous video: how dangerous it is to confront him and how stupid it is, given that there have been real victims.
He stated, "Here is a photo I will not get in trouble for." And in the immediate next picture, he revealed what he was concealing and stated, "Oops." I believe that was a rather good introduction for him. He transmitted another picture. "I am thinking there is nothing bad with showing you a photo of my balcony." And there he remained. He will turn.
He's gonna turn right, probably. If he turns right, that's our guy. Oh, dude, he's gonna turn right. It's him. It's him. What he was doing was he bypassed Taco Bell and he went around the back, and he was combing the area behind Taco Bell. He was going through all these little side streets and stuff. I know the area very well, so I knew what he was doing, and at one point we went right by each other, and then I saw his face, and of course I'm just some 20-year-old in a car, but we bypassed each other. I thought, that's the dude, and I was just so excited. I knew I would see him at Taco Bell. Eventually, I knew eventually he would settle. I knew he had a lot to lose. I feared me saying, "Hey, dude, what you did is sick and wrong, and I know you did this, and I know you did that, etc., etc." I feared talking about that because I didn't want him to react a certain way. So I left it at that. I just said, "Hey, how you doing?"
I will show you the clip.
What? How's it going? Good. Where are you going? I don't know. All right, stay here. Wait, I gotta talk to you. He's leaving. What a loser. He's after the little girl.
In one of the strangest meetings he has ever posted, Zach faces a predator who had transmitted graphic videos and pictures to what he thought was a little girl. The video is uneasy, genuine, and memorable. Zach's decline from YouTube did not just quiet him, it sparked a revolution. Individuals across the world started posting comparable stings with names like creep catchers, ordinary people with cameras attempting to reveal predators in their own communities. The issue? These individuals frequently live secret lives behind family pictures and normal jobs. They are concealing something really unsettling. And when they are captured, their justifications are always identical. I only wanted to show them a lesson. Zach and people like him were performing the job law enforcement frequently could not or would not, and though contentious, their work showed something significant. The web, the same one you give to your kids each day, is full of individuals who do not merit that access. Perhaps one day there will be a method for citizens and police to collaborate together securely. Before then, material like this serves as a notice that wickedness doesn't always don a mask. At times, it conceals in plain view. Number 5. Cape Town Street Race. The web is full of spooky content, but some clips go past disturbing, like this one, for instance. The clip concerns a scary Facebook entry made by a person named José de Jesus. In the entry, he merely wrote, "I just received this picture and video. Extremely frightening." Attached were 2 pictures and 3 video segments, all connected to a fast street competition that happened at night on the N1 motorway in Cape Town, South Africa. Inquisitive for more background, I investigated the event. What I discovered was very disturbing. The video, recorded by onlookers standing on a bridge, displays the competition progressing at dangerous speeds, and then one of the vehicles loses command. The clip records the terrifying instant the car veers wildly and smashes directly into the barrier at full power. It is not only the wreck that is unsettling, it is the velocity. As per the picture included in José's entry, the vehicle was moving at almost 192 miles per hour, or 312 kilometers per hour. At that speed, even a small error becomes disastrous, but matters only become worse. One of the clips displays video taken from within the car, filmed by the occupant during the competition. Seeing it puts all things into perspective. The careless velocity, the absence of caution, it is frightening. And then, the device cuts out fiercely just before the wreck. But the most unsettling portion of José's entry was the last clip. This clip is not something I will display uncensored. In it, you notice the painful screams of the motorist, still living, as physicians work feverishly to keep him steady. A restricted version is available, and even that is hard to see. From what I was able to see, a piece of the car's door frame was lodged in his head, and miraculously, he lived. He stays in serious condition, but living, a wonder considering the gravity of his wounds. This event is a harsh reminder of just how quickly matters can go awry. Behind the excitement of unlawful racing exists a frightening reality, and this motorist, along with his occupant, discovered that in the most terrible way imaginable. What is maybe most lucky and stunning is that no onlookers were injured, because at 312 kilometers per hour, this tale could have finished much, much worse. It is a sharp reminder to be conscious of your deeds. Number 6. Kiana's cat. A Facebook entry started making the rounds, posted by a person named Kiana. She alleged that odd things had been occurring to her for a long time, but the tale truly begins about 3 years before with a picture. As per Kiana, she took a fast selfie utilizing her front-facing light. Afterward, she saw something she did not spot at the moment, a visage in the back. Pals informed her it was likely her younger sibling or somebody else in the home, but Kiana maintains that is not possible. She clarifies that she and her sibling are both dark-complexioned, and with a forward-facing flash, you would not notice someone in the back that plainly, particularly not in a completely dark room. And furthermore, she was by herself. Folks dismissed it off, labeled it phony, but for her, it was not. Through the years, she claims small things continued happening, lights turning off by themselves, items shifting right before her very eyes. She attempted to disregard it until one evening, something at last drove her over the brink. She was informally recording a cute video of her feline when something unforeseen occurred. Initially, here is the picture in question. If you cannot see what she is mentioning, here's an improved version. The ringed area displays what seems like a visage partly concealed in the darkness. And at present, the clip. Everything appears ordinary until the feline abruptly leaps back quickly and without notice, as if responding to something past the camera. Kiana saw nothing in the instant, but the response, that portion, was genuine. She has not shared much since, but this entry stays a picture of her ordeal that seems just a bit too genuine to disregard. So, what would you attempt if it was your house and a thing was observing from just out of sight? Tell me, know in the remarks. Number 7. Phénomène Room. Phénomène Room, or by its English interpretation, space phenomenon, is a clip I came across due to a Twitter user who insisted they located it by chance in the suggested videos area. They had been seeing a segment on a French book, and abruptly this appeared. Of course, I was inquisitive, so I looked it up, and what I viewed was weird and, frankly, a bit unsettling. Have a glance. The clip, named Space Phenomenon, appears to be some kind of conceptual art undertaking. But, nearly instantly, a design starts to surface. Enigmatic text, disturbing images, and a repeating motif. Space Phenomenon, 1. Januar 2009, 17 Uhr, Landwehrstraße in Darmstadt. Now, I am completely aware I likely mangled the pronunciation, and for that, I am sorry, but here is what we understand. It is indicating a very particular time and location, January 1st, 2009, 5 p.m. in Darmstadt, Germany. But when I attempted to search deeper, nothing appeared. No accounts of celestial events, no documented oddities, just flat silence, which just makes this clip stranger. The whole channel, which I will not even try to pronounce, is full of similarly mysterious, disturbing material. Everything is in German, the cutting is disconnected, and the significance is totally up for understanding, or perhaps purposely concealed. So what is it? An encrypted message? A work of experimental art? Or another thing entirely? A thing we are not supposed to completely comprehend? Whatever the case, the channel may be old, but it's a rabbit hole worth falling into. Because like Space Phenomenon, it could just contain more mysteries than we know.